right, starting semester exam review of 2023. Love that. Okay. We want to write an algebraic expression. Remember, algebraic, we have numbers and letters. So on number 1, we have 20 is less than x. What's the keyword? What's the keyword? Less than. What do we know about less than? We have to flip it. X, what's the operation? Subtract from 20. Less than, we have to be flipping them. On number 3, what's the keyword on number 3? Increase. What operation would that be? Addition. Do we have to worry about flipping or anything? Nope. So what would I write? Q plus 8. Could I have added 8 plus Q?
Yes.
Yes. Same thing.
What's product?
Okay. Product. Let's talk about keywords. On number 2, keyword is product. What operation is that? Multiplying. What's the word for division?
Decreased.
Not decrease. Decrease is subtraction. It starts with a Q.
Quotation.
Quotient. Quotient is the word for division.
Quotation.
Okay. Any more questions on section 1? Okay. We didn't fully go over these, but we put them in here because it's good for you to know and get some more practice on. Evaluate each expression. It just wants us to get a number. But can we just work all of these left to right?
No.
Why not?
You have to use
PEMDAS. Everyone write that. PEMDAS. What does that mean?
parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, adding, subtract.
Yep. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, add, subtract. So, what would my first step be in number 3? Or sorry, number 5. The dividing first. So I'm going to rewrite my 3. What's 2 divided by 2? 3 minus 3, or sorry, 3 minus 1? 2. Okay, looking at number 7, what would my first step be? Number 7. Exponents first. What's 2 cubed? 8. Yep, 2 times 2 times 2. And then I'm going to rewrite what I got left. What would my next step be here? 8 divided by 4. These right here. 8 minus, what's 8 divided by 4? 2. 8 minus 2? 6. If I'm ever going too fast, please let me know. Number 9, what would my first step be? Right, it has to be the parentheses though first, okay? Look at the parentheses. On the inside, what's first? 7 times 2. We have 14 plus 4 minus 3 divided by 3. What's next? Yep, do not drop those parentheses until you are fully done with them. Okay, so we have 14 plus 4 is 18 divided by 3. 18 minus 3? 15 divided by 3. 5. Let me ask you something. If I had 8 minus 3 plus 4, PEMDAS tells us to do what first?
3.
PEMDAS tells us to do addition first, right?
Yeah.
But do we have to do addition first? No. What do you want to do if you have addition and subtraction? Left to right. Yep. Same thing with multiplication and division. Left to right. Okay? Any questions on PEMDAS? All right. Bottom section. Evaluate each using the values given. So it says n times the quantity n plus p, and it gives us numbers for our algebraic letters. What do we do with those?
You plug them in.
Plug them all in. What do I have for n? 3. What's m? 6. What's p? 6. And then it's order of operations. PEMDAS. What do I do first?
You distribute.
You can distribute, but do parentheses first. What's parentheses? Yep, 3 times 12. What do you get? 36. Now, if you distributed, let's go through that step because you can distribute. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 3 times 6. 18. What's 18 plus 18? 36. So either way, you would have got there. Okay. Looking at 13, plug in what you know. What's B? 1. What's C?
1.
And then don't forget that squared. What does that squared mean?
You just take it times itself.
Yep. So what would my first step be in this case?
1 plus 1.
Yep. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 2. Squared. What's next?
You take the squared.
Exponents are next. What's 2 squared? 4. And then what's my last step? Multiply, we get 12. Okay. Any questions at all on the front page? All right. Next page, we want to evaluate each function for the given value. So it gave us f of x equals negative 3x plus 3. We want to find f of negative 2. So we started with f of x, but now we have f of negative 2. What do I do? Plug it in. Okay, we substituted negative 2 for x, so we just substitute negative 2 for all the x's. So we have negative 3 times negative 2 plus 3. Order of operations tells us to do what first? Parentheses, and then what we have to multiply. What's negative 3 times negative 2? Positive 6 plus 3, 9. Number 17, it wants us to find f of negative 2 again. What does that mean?
Plug in all the x's for negative.
Yep, plug in negative 2 for all the x's. What do we have to be careful with?
The negative in front of
The negative. So it's going to be negative times a negative 2.
That makes it positive.
Yep, and then we have plus 3. Does everyone understand that step right there that I just did?
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot get rid of this negative right here. So we have negative 1 times negative 2.
Positive 2.
Positive 2 plus 3. 5. Any questions on evaluating functions? All right. On 19, we want to determine if the relation is a function. Let's review a little bit. How do we know if it's a function? Remember on a graph, your vertical line test?
Oh, yeah.
That? How do we know from a table? Can any x's repeat?
No.
No, x's cannot repeat. Okay, you have to have one x to one y. Can y's repeat?
Yes.
Yes, y's can repeat. So you got to look at your x values. Okay. Is this table right here a function?
No.
No, why not?
Because the x is 2.
Yep. Now this is no. Let me explain why. So we have x is positive 2. So if positive 2 is right here, it says our y for one of them is 4 and one of them is negative 7. You see on the vertical line test how that would break?
Yeah.
Because right here, the graph would hit 2 different points. That's a no-no. Okay? Questions on that table part? Same thing on number 20. We want to determine if it's a function. Is this one a function?
Yes.
Why do you say yes?
It is not repeating.
No repeating x's. So this is a function. Because we have negative 7, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 5. So x's cannot repeat. Y's can repeat. Any questions on the second page? All right. Last one with determining a function. What do we use on this one if there's a graph?
The line.
Line test. So if I had my pencil, remember I have this straight line, we are moving this straight line this way. Is it going to break if you take your pencil and move it over? Are there any repeated x values?
No.
No. Here it just has 1. Here has 1. 1, 1, 1. So this is a function. Okay, another function one. What do we think? Domain is what values? X ranges y. What do we think?
Yes.
We think it is a function?
No.
Why do we say no?
6 goes to 0.
Yep. 6 has 2 different y values, so this would be negative. Nice job. Any questions on functions? Just saw all those examples. All right, last page, right?
Yeah.
Is this your last section? Okay. Evaluate each expression. Now, we did not specifically go over these, but again, it's important for you to know. Okay, might seem redundant, okay? But we are just evaluating these expressions, adding negative numbers, adding and subtracting negative numbers. So, -8 plus a -7. -15, okay? If we have both of them are negative, your answer is going to be negative. 25, what do we do first?
We add -6 and -8.
Yep, go left to right. So take your first two numbers, -8 plus a -6 is -14, and then we have that -3. What do we get?
-17.
-17. Last one we're going to do together. What do I do first on 27? Yep, because we're still working left to right. -4 plus -8? -12. And then I'm going to rewrite what I have left. What's my next step? -12 minus 3? -15. And then plus 4? -11. Nice job. That is the first day of review. Are there any questions over anything that we went over? We're golden? Yeah. Okay.